Welcome to the lesson 3 of the character rigging series, where we will learn how to lip sync your characters like this in After Effects without using any external plugin. And we are not going to use the time remapping method. Rather, we will use a better method where we can have more controls while animating. And in case you have missed the previous lessons on character rigging, then you can check it out from the link in the description. And before moving forward, make sure to like this video. That will help this video reach out to newer audience. So without any further delay, let's dive right into After Effects and let's get started with the lip syncing process. So these are the mouth key poses that will cover almost each and every pronunciation and sounds in a voiceover. And now we are in After Effects, and here we have the face rig that we have rigged in the last lesson. And I have shied out all the unnecessary layers over here in the timeline. So let's import the mouth illustration file. Let's double click on the project panel, browse the file and select it as composition, written, layer size and import. Now let's bring it in the timeline and place it on top of the lip layer. And let's get inside the composition and let's turn off the visibility of other mouth poses and only keep the neutral one. And let's scale it down and reposition it properly so that it matches the position of the original mouth in the facial rig. And now I'm going to just parent this with the lip. And let's turn off the visibility of this one. Okay, now let's add a null object and let's name it lip sync. And let's apply a slider controller on this null object. Let's lock the effects control panel on this layer and let's get inside the mouth poses composition. Okay, let's change the background color of this composition to something different other than black. And now select any layer. I'm just going to start with the neutral pose and open the opacity property. For that, press T in the keyboard. Okay, now let's press and hold the Alt key and click on the stopwatch to open the expression panel. And here we are going to add some expression. So starting with adding a variable, let's give the name of the variable layer num equal to 1, enter, control. Control is another variable equal to, then we will pick whip this with this slider controller. Let's add a semicolon and then enter. Then we will add an if-else statement. If, then opening and closing brackets. Inside the bracket, we're going to put in a condition which is control equal to layer num, then open and closing parenthesis. Inside, we are going to print value equal to 100. That means if this is the condition that is fulfilled, the opacity is going to be 100. So we are typing this expression in the opacity property. So the value will be 100 and else the condition would be, then open and closing parenthesis, it's going to be 0 or value equal to 0 and then add the semicolon. So this is going to be the condition. Okay, so after typing the expression, you can see there is nothing in the screen. That's because on the slider, the value is 0. And here we have put in the condition that if layer num equal to 1, then you have to print 100% or else it's going to be 0. So if I give 1, it's visible. If I give 2, it's again not going to be visible. So we have to copy this expression and paste it in all these layers and just assign a number. For this one, it's 1. For this one, it can be 2, then 3, 4. And accordingly, we are going to assign a number in each of these layers in the opacity property. So let's open the opacity property of this layer, paste it. And for this one, the condition would be if layer num equal to 2. Again, let's copy, then again paste it. And we are going to just change the layer num value. That's it. For this, it's going to be 3. Then again, for this one, it's going to be 4 and so on. Okay, now we have added expression to all the mouth poses opacity property. Now here in the slider controller, if we change the number 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, after 12, nothing is going to be visible because 12 is the maximum number of poses we have here in the composition. And before that, you can see if I change the number, the mouth pose is changing accordingly. But the problem is going to be if I give -1, -2, -3, or something more than 12, anything is going to be visible. Or if I give a decimal value like 4.5, anything, nothing is going to be visible because we have only assigned an integer value. So for that, we have to round up this number so that whatever we type in here in the slider control, we only get the number in between 1 to 12, plus the number is going to be a round number. So for that, we have to again add an expression here in the slider control. So press and hold the alt key and click on the stopwatch, and here we have to type in an expression, which is math dot floor, then opening and closing brackets, clamp. Inside the brackets, let's pick with this slider, then dot value, comma, the initial number, then we have to type in the range. So the range here is 1, comma 12. And then just add a semicolon. And I think it's going to work properly. If I enter anything like 15.6, we only get 12. Or if I give a negative number like -5, we get 1. And whatever we type in here, or whatever, I mean, no matter how much we slide in this number, we only get numbers between 1 to 12, and the output is going to be an integer. Okay, now let's import the voiceover and let's animate the mouth. So here we have a single line audio recording and we are going to lip sync this. Inspire with creativity, ignite with passion. So let's start with inspire or I. So for this, we can use E, uh, then select the lip sync layer and go to the effects control panel and let's add a keyframe. And E is number 4. So this is a reference that I have created for the number that I have assigned for each of the mouth. For that, I have also kept an image file so that I can refer to this image file when I'm animating the mouth. So let's give it 4, then inspire, inspire, then S. Inspire. For S, we can use 10. Pyre with, then for pyre we can use A. And like this, you can keep adding the mouths for each of the pronunciations of the voiceover, because and you don't have to be very particular about each and every pronunciation. You can miss some pronunciations or sounds in between. It's just that it should look natural to viewers. So that is all you have to keep in mind. And this is how it looks. Inspire with creativity. And the best part about doing or rigging the mouth using expression rather than not using time remapping is that you can further have control over individual layers. So for example, here we have used the mouth number 2 and then mouth number 10. So from the mouth number 2, we can add a scale property keyframe. Then let's go to the mouth number 10 and let's add a scale property keyframe. So we are actually going to add some motion in between to have a smoother, to have a like a smoother transition between the mouths. So for example, For this one we can slightly scale it down in the y-axis, and for and after the mouth is after the mouth is visible, we can further scale it up a bit in the y-axis to give a little motion after the mouth is visible. Same we can do for the other mouth. Inspire with creativity. Inspire with and like creativity. This, I have added a little movement in the mouth, which you couldn't have done if you would have rigged the mouth using the time remapping method. But again, this one is not looking pretty accurate, but you got the point, right? I mean, you can further animate the mouth from the scale property, from the rotation property, or even you can convert the layers into shape layers and animate the shape path property. So like this, you can have more controls over individual mouth layers uh, using this method. And in the next lesson, we will learn how to rig the full body of the character using Tweak Angela. So that's the end of this video, and I'm also working on a character animation pack where you will get 6 plus custom character animations and a full body character rig with some customization options. So I will be providing the link in the description and on the comment section as soon as it's live on our website. So that is it. I will see you in the next one. Until then, goodbye.